And she's recording you, and we'll have a copy of it. So I'll be able to show you one day real soon. I'm going to make a copy as soon as she get to this, and I'll make you one too. I want to know now the things that make you happy. You told me before, but you wasn't being recorded. I'd like to know what makes you happy and why.
Well, I can tell you the main thing is what I done already told you.
Yeah, but we wasn't recording it, so
Y'all
say it
taking
again.
out the time to come to see me.
Okay.
Because I sit here a lot of times, and I think about a lot of old people that I knew that stayed by themselves, and nobody never went around them coming to see me. And they take for instance my brother. Me and him the same age. He stayed by himself, and the minister had a church in Raleigh. And he stays in Raleigh now. I mean in Durham. Been staying there from, I don't know, ever since he been married. And he stays by himself. And every once in a while, Mama Marie, she stays in Greenville. She'll take off and go up there to see him and cook a meal. She the only one that do it. And just this last May, when me and Carla went to APEC, we went to Ann's in February. I say APEC, but we went to APEC too. We wound up in APEC and then we came home. But we went to Ann, spent the night at Ann. Ann drove her car, and we went to see Persia. We got up there, it was close to dinner, it might have been a little after dinner, after 12. And I asked him, I said, have you eaten a thing? He hadn't eaten nothing all day. And all them people still around him. Now, I don't know the people, but Helen, not Helen, but my niece, by marriage, my husband's sister's child, don't stay too far from him, right down the street. They weren't never close, but they still know him.
Right.
And he stayed there by himself. Nobody. I had first learned when his wife died. She'd been dead about 2 years now, maybe going on 3. Nobody go there. So we got there, and after I found out he hadn't eaten nothing, I said, Carla, I said, y'all better fix something to eat, because he ain't even eat nothing. So Carla had fixed something and carried up there. And Ree was supposed to meet us there, but she didn't come. Anna Pearl went in there. Carla fixed dinner. Anna Pearl went in there and looked in the refrigerator. She said it smelled. It had all kind of mess in there. And some of it looked like it might have been rotten and the refrigerator was stinking. She spent the most of her time from then on till we got ready to come home in that kitchen in there. After we eat, she washed up the dishes and cleaned out that refrigerator. She said stuff was in there looked like it was done going to the rock. So I called Raymond. That's Willie's baby brother, my husband's baby brother. And he and his baby sister is the only two that's living. And his baby sister stays in Durham too. I called him because Percy had told me, my brother, that it was somebody stayed down the street not far from him. She was a Burnett. But he didn't, he didn't know her name or nothing. And I thought right quick, I said, that's Madge. Madge, I thought to myself. But I didn't know how to get in touch with her. So I didn't have a phone number, nothing. I called Raymond. That's Willie's brother. And I asked him, and he gave it to me. So I called Madge. And she found out, I said, I'm at Percy's, my brother. And she realized that they were staying on the same street, not too far from where my brother stayed. Now, they weren't all that close, but she knowed him. So they came down. I said, well, I'll go up there to see her. But she said, no, so we going to come and see you. And she and her brother come down there and spent the day with us. We had a good time down there talking and going on. But what I finna tell you was this. Other than y'all coming to see me, look what you do. You always giving me something. Do you know you and Ree and Jean is the only three that keeps me eating regular. And a heap of time I have stuff, Carolyn keeps me a little knick-knack stuff. Sometimes I had to throw away something. Because I keep telling Jean, and I tell you, don't bring me so much. Because I don't like to throw away food. I said, don't bring so much, because I can't eat with so much. You remember, I don't eat but 2 meals a day. I got used to that, and I don't get hungry. So, but you and Dot, I don't know whether I mentioned Dot or not, but you and Dot and Jean is the only three out of my family that keeps me something regular to eat. The rest of them, every once in a while, they fits in enough where I don't never be out of something extra, you know what I mean? Carolyn fixed stuff, but something extra that I can think about I want. Now, Dot know I like this old-timer ham meat. Every once in a while, she go get me some of that, and that's so good. I can take a knife and just cut off a little piece. And see, stuff like that, I can fix it. I asked God, I said, let me get to the place where I can't wait on myself. Carolyn keeps me bread cooked, biscuits, you know. And she keeps, you know, I like fatback meat. She keeps by this meat and ain't nothing but skin. And she cooks that in a way where I can eat it and it don't be hard. I can, you know, I can crack it up. So I can take that and make a meal, and she keep me stuff like applesauce. You know, you can get this applesauce and little stuff like that. She keeps me with that. And I can take a little can of that applesauce and a piece of that meat. I call it skin. And a biscuit and a cup of coffee and make a meal anytime.
Yes,
I like that. I like that. And she keeps me stuff like that. And I don't never be without something to eat. And I tell Jean, when Jean brings something, and you too, you bring too much. See, I can't eat it all at one time. And sometimes by different than one bring me something, whatever suit my taste the best.
You know, we do. Well, I answer for myself. When I'm coming to visit you, when I'm coming to see you, it's actually a joy for me. But in my mind and in my heart, I'm giving back to what you gave me.
Whatever I gave you?
I spent every summer at your house, so my mother didn't have to pay for a babysitter. You gave me a lot of wisdom that I have. You gave me a lot of spiritual being. You gave me my relationship with the Lord. You showed me the good side, because the whole family is good, but we got a little bit of, we cross the line sometimes. But you showed me how to maintain my good. You did. I'm telling you what I feel about my grandmother. I got into this work, and I got to answer the questions because Tamika's doing a documentary. But I got into this line of work that I do because I love taking care of the senior citizens, disabled. I put a lot of time in with people your age who don't mean that I never work for anymore. You know,